I'd be surprised if he doesn't make you roll strength against kicking open the door.
Yeah.
No, we'll slam the door open. So Rirali leads with her boot, and the door slams open, and you enter into the sleeping giant. What is the order that you guys are entering in?
I'm right behind her, so.
All right.
If she's able to get into the tavern, then I'm going to step in right at her side.
Okay. And who is behind them?
Mikashi wants to take a minute to check around the sides of the inn to see if there's a back door that someone might possibly escape from. Well, I'm not going in behind him just yet.
Okay.
Ahlen's following right behind Rirali and Duradin, still muttering, trying to convince them to see reason.
No reason.
All right, you might want to do that quickly. Erod and Archon, where are you guys? All right.
I kind of followed behind him. Probably the last one in.
I'm going to stand out in this courtyard area and just look through the door and just kind of lean against this building and watch the fireworks.
All right, you're not going to be able to see much through the door.
Oh yeah, it's going to be the sounds that are going to be
Oh, okay,
nice.
okay. All right. Rirali, you wanted to say something?
Yes. Once my foot lands back on the ground, I would like to cast thaumaturgy and cause harmless tremors in the ground for a minute after I say that. After I yell that out.
I approve.
All right, and that makes it difficult terrain, I assume?
No, it doesn't do
no.
anything. It's just an effect.
Oh, okay. So it's just
Inspiration.
Inspiration?
And GM gets to award it whenever he feels necessary.
All right. Fair point. Yeah, we'll give Rirali some inspiration there.
Yeah.
For atmosphere.
Oh, cool. All you have to do is click in that little thing and it tells you have it.
Yep.
Click on that little bubble.
Alright. So,
I kick down the door and I yell, "Alright, you land-loving fuckers! Which one of you knows where Gundren is?"
Alright, so the Sleeping Giant is a rundown tap house. It's a dirty, dangerous watering hole at the end of Phandalin's main street. It is operated by a surly female dwarf.
And these are my favorite.
And when you enter the Sleeping Giant Inn, you can see 5 human ruffians kind of lingering, scattered around on empty ale barrels or at tables, and they're all wearing grimy scarlet cloaks, and their sullen stares fixed on you as approached, almost in amusement, even though angered at being kind of surprised by the loud noise, but amused that somebody would have the balls to come in such a fashion. One of the thugs spits on the ground. Well, he snarls. "Here's a whole pack of little puppies. What do you want, puppies? Come here to bark at us?"
Oh no, god damn it. I say, "Oh, you want to see a puppy?" And I go up to him, and I go straight up to him, like, straight up wrestling style, where I'm right up in his face. No weapons out, just, like, straight up in his face.
I'm just here to spread the word and help you get back on the path of righteousness and good, clean living.
So the one that you go up to let's say it's this guy here. The one that you go up to and you're in his face. And he kind of looks very condescending. He glances at you and then glances around you. And he says, "Oh, sicking your bitch after us, are you?"
I hit him in the face.
Alright, roll initiative.
Initiative. Where are you? There you are. Fucking God's sake. I want new dice. I want new dice, game.
Want the people outside rolling initiative or not?
Oh shit.
Everybody should roll it except, I think, for you, since you are literally outside and not really in the battle at this point. Oh, and Mikashi.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see if there was another door that I saw that led out, like a back door.
Okay, so while this is going on, you're probably around back. I guess you're circling around?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the building?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's say there's... so you were over here, and what are you looking for?
Any other exits?
Any other exits? You know what? I am gonna have you roll initiative. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. There we go. Okay, so you are... I'm sorry, what were you looking for again?
A door.
A door. Okay, you do not see a door on this side of the inn.
So I want to check the other side.
Okay, so you did that when they went in. Now they're at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait until your turn, and then you can do the check. And then we'll do another one kind of over here. And then you can, once you've satisfied your curiosity, you can come back in, right?
Alright.
Alright, so, Rirali, you punched him in the face. So go ahead and roll an attack. So just being unarmed.
How do I do that?
You know what? Let me check.
Probably just going to be a D20, and then you're going to add
Oh yeah, just for your...
proficiency if you have it for unarmed. If not, you don't add the +2, and then your strength modifier.
So, roll D20 plus my strength modifier?
Yeah.
Oh god. It's roll. No, is that right?
/R space 1d20 plus.
1d20. That's what I did wrong. Oh.
Alright. Okay, so you miss. He dodges out of the way and grins with a couple of broken teeth.
He's about to have a couple more.
I know we're all new. She also had inspiration at that point, so she could have added
Oh yes.
the additional die roll for that to her roll, which really would have been 9 + 3. That's up to you.
I'm not showing myself on the turn order thing here.
Yeah, I forgot to click on my token, sorry.
Oh, alright. Go ahead and do that now. Click on your token, and then at the top there should be an initiative button.
That would re-roll my initiative, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't see you on the turn order.
She rolled a 4 up higher.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 originally.
Yeah, I rolled a
I
10
just didn't click
originally.
on,
Oh,
I
alright.
didn't click on my initiative. So
So,
unless you want me to roll initiative again.
no, that's alright. I'll add you.
Seriously, I want new dice. I don't think I've rolled over a 10 in both of these games we've played.
Then that means you're due. Alright.
I think Percy's doing all my
Actually, you know what?
good luck.
I think the initiative roll is a 1d6, I think.
An initiative? No, it's a 1d20.
Inspiration.
No, not I'm sorry. Inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. So the inspiration, I
Only 4
thought
bard dice, isn't
I thought it was like an advantage.
it? If the DM is
I was gonna play
like
it with
for whatever, then it's an advantage to your roll.
yeah for
Oh, that's
1d6.
I was thinking of the
This
bard.
is the thing.
yeah,
yeah.
They're confusing.
Yeah, so she
Did
would have
I roll
gotten
it with
advantage.
So she would,
Did I roll it with advantage?
yeah,
So you take the higher number of what you rolled.
yeah. So roll one more time.
Son of a fucking
Fuck.
Wow.
Didn't add anything to it though. Well, I
It's
guess it doesn't matter
great.
anyway.
It's
So it's
lower
still
than
going to
the
be
previous one.
4 plus 3.
God.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate life.
Maybe you should be a wizard. Fighting's not working.
Alright. Okay, so at this point, all of you 4 are in the sleeping giant. And so Rirali has tried to punch the first ruffian in the face and misses, and he grins through broken teeth. And this is Bring It On. And so the Redbrand ruffians attack. So they are going to kind of move around.
Are they taking out their weapons? Or are they making this a good old-fashioned tavern brawl?
So the guys that are... They kind of all unsheath... Well, I guess I can't really go back and change that, can I? So, the guys in the back are unsheathing their weapons and moving up here.
These guys are pieces of shit then.
This guy here is going to give me 1 second. I think I missed the piece of information on these guys.
Just do me a favor and don't roll like 520s. I would love that.
I will try not to.
Yeah, can we
I
not
don't
die in the
believe
first
you.
round?
Alright.
Who's the guy with 5 health? Is that Ahlen?
Yep,
Yeah.
I have 5 hit points.
I'm so glad you're in there with us.
I'll save you.
Can't remember the unarmed attack. Had not planned for this.
For us to fight these guys?
With fists. I had built all the macros for everything except for that.
You're welcome.
So who all has their weapons drawn?
So the guys that have their weapons drawn are everybody except for the one that Rirali punched in the face.
Weapons drawn means we can kill him without feeling guilty.
Okay, so it's so an unarmed strike is deals bludgeoning damage equal to 1 plus your strength modifier. Alright. So this guy okay, so he has a strength modifier of 0. Alright, so first guy, he grins at you through broken teeth and attacks you, Rirali. And he's going to
Natural 20.
ignore the short sword. So he rolls a 9. That misses. And so he uses his other fist. And misses. And he
You're kind of crap at this.
he grunts in frustration. Urgh!
And I smile at him and I say, "This isn't my first fight."
Alright, so then, so the other guy has come around the side of you, and he's going to attack, and he's going to...
This.
Both miss. Alright.
Yep.
So as you, as the battle progresses, you realize that each of these guys get 2 attacks. This guy over here is going to attack... who is this? You know what, let me zoom in a bit. So that's Duradin. Alright, so he's going to attack Duradin.
Miss and a miss.
See, I hope you're happy, Rirali.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay, and these 2 guys are...
You know, this fighting thing works a whole lot better if you can actually hit what you're aiming at.
So this guy's going to move right here in front of you. And this guy's going to move adjacent. Alright, so Mikashi, roll a perception check. Or,
I'm just looking for a door, dude.
Yeah.
It should... Like, alright, so there's not one on this side, there's not one on this side.
Okay.
So I want to check this last side.
Do you want to check for a hidden door or anything?
I suppose I'll roll perception for that if there's no apparent door.
Okay, there's no apparent door.
Alright, so that's for this side? Or am
Yeah.
I moving to this side to do that?
That's for this side.
Okay, so I'll head over to the other side then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that'll be it for me. Actually, I'm going to roll perception.
Okay. Actually, you probably would be an investigation check as opposed to perception.
Okay.
Alright, you look around the side. You meant for over here, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you look around the side of the back side of the building, and you don't see anything that would indicate that there's any sort of door or hidden door or anything like that.
Okay. That's it for me.
Alright, so 10 out of 10. So Duradin, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to swing on this fellow in front of me here.
Okay. Oh. You hit him very hard.
And I'm going to activate my domain power and swing again on the guy next to me.
Okay.
Not so much.
Alright, so that was 9 bludgeoning. Alright, so the first guy, he kind of hits him and he stumbles back. He's like, oh! And the other guy just kind of steps out of the way of your hammer. And Ahlen.
I'm gonna cast sleep, I guess. I'm gonna try to. How do I do that thing where I'm clicking a point on the map that you guys can see?
As long as you have your mouse pointer looking like a pointer, just hold the left mouse button down.
Ah, okay. So I'm gonna try to cast it such that I get all 4 of these guys who are in this direction. I might also hit Rirali, but I assume she's going to be okay.
I'd agree with how I'm rolling.
Does that make sense? So what it is it's I've got a range of 30 feet or something, and it's a circle of with a 20-foot radius. Everyone in there. Here, I'll put up the.
So 20-foot radius.
Let me pull up the. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but.
Yeah, I must have reread Sleep like a dozen times, and I still don't understand how it works.
So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to roll this 5d8, and that's how many hit points of creatures fall asleep. And it starts with the creature with the lowest hit points and goes up from there until I run out of points.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a 5d8, I guess.
And so the area you're targeting is to get kind of.
Yes. Yeah.
So it would impact Rirali. Or it
So,
would potentially.
The spell doesn't run out of hit points.
Right.
Yeah, and I would be terribly upset if she fell asleep right now. Or Ahlen would be terribly upset.
Rirali would also be terribly upset. This will work there.
Let's go with it. So are we good? I can roll a 5d8.
Is there any saving throw that they have to roll, or they just fall asleep?
Nope. It just goes by hit points. I think. Can you see the description?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy right here gets hit first, and then do.
So the top. So the
one I hit because he has the lowest hit points.
Is he in the field? Because if he's in the field, then you are as well.
Oh, I guess not then.
I can't create a circle such that I'm hitting the 4 and Rirali, but not Duradin.
Yeah, you would be hitting. If I understand what you're doing correctly, you would be hitting the top left 2 ruffians, or the top 3 and the top. If you were to box them out, the 3 ruffians and Rirali.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm kind of going for.
Okay.
I mean, if I wanted to be conservative, I could just try to get the top 3, and I don't think I'd even make all of them fall asleep. But what the heck? I'm going to go with that.
With what?
With what you just said. So I'm going to try to get the 4 in the upper left, and then Rirali all in the range.
Okay.
All right.
You're hoping I'm not the one with the lowest hit points.
So not the one in front of Duradin, right?
Not the one to the right of Duradin.
Don't worry about the
Okay. This is getting too complicated. I'm just going to get the 3 that are in the front, not the 2 on either side.
These?
Nope. Top.
Oh, okay.
The 3 in a row at the top.
Oh, okay.
So
All
I
right.
should be able to get them without hitting anybody else, right?
Okay.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
I don't know how to erase this. How do I erase it?
I got it.
All right, am I ready to roll?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm also going to be. How far is the door from me?
Let's say the door is maybe 5 feet.
Okay, so I'm right inside the door.
It's one movement.
Well, I'm backing towards the door, but that's not going to be much movement.
Okay.
21 hit points of people fall asleep.
Alright, so...
I have 13 hit points.
Well, now you're not in the range now, so you're okay.
Yep. Alright, so that guy falls asleep. 21, right?
Yep.
And so... my math is failing.
Oh, good.
So this... Now, does it reduce hit points, or just that's who's affected?
No, it doesn't reduce any. It doesn't do any actual damage. It just goes off of who has the most hit points. It affects a certain amount of hit points, but it affects people with lower hit points first.
Okay, and if it does not use up all of the hit points of a particular...
It goes on to the next.
Okay, and if it doesn't use up their full hit points and they're still awake?
Then it doesn't count.
Okay. Alright, so 21, then... Alright, so this guy falls asleep, and that's it.
Bullshit!
Yeah,
That
that's
sucks.
a lot of hit points, dude. Oh, these guys.
Not for long.
It just means he has more than 10.
You're kind of getting the
Or 11.
feeling that you may be overmatched.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Alright, Erod.
You don't want to run out screaming.
Just slink out the door.
I was thinking about it.
Want to use Shocking Grasp on this person.
Alright, go for it. That misses. Do you want to move? Or do you have a bonus action?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alright, Rirali.
I attack. Oh, fuck, they all. Okay, so since they all drew their weapons, does that take an action to draw my weapon, or is it a bonus action?
It would take an
Or
action.
A full action?
Mm-hmm.
To draw a weapon? I thought it was a move action.
I did read that you can draw your weapon and attack in the same turn in the player's manual.
Okay.
In other editions, it used to be an action. It's not in 5th.
Okay.
Okay, so as I draw out my scimitar, I say, "Who the hell brings a sword to?" They took out swords, right? I say, "Who the hell takes out swords for a bar fight? You bunch of slugs!" And I draw my scimitar, and I don't attack the guy in front of me because I have a little bit of honor, and I attack the guy next to me who is armed.
Alright.
So this guy, right?
Okay.
Nice.
Oh man, a 19. Oh my! I rolled a 1 of damage.
And still hit him for 6. That's not bad.
Alright.
Is it D6 I rolled?
Okay. So you hit him, and doesn't seem too pleased with that. And we are. Did you want to do any movement or anything like that?
Well, I am
Cleric and the
flanked.
fighter fighting back to back.
Yeah. I'll stay there. Sure, why not?
Alright.
I may regret that, but
Clap me a crouch shits.
Alright, so the Redbrands are back up. I've been trying to find this while we've been going through the combat. When you are flanked, you get a disadvantage on defense, right?
No, not this edition.
Because I know you get advantage on attack when you're flanking, and there's a character adjacent to the player you're attacking. I'm wondering if that works
That's-
the same way.
That's for rogues, for
That's
their
only Okay.
the
Yeah.
sneak attack.
The creature will say if it has that ability, like a goblin has
Okay.
that ability.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So the guy who just got hit by Rirali is going to he's going to he doesn't like the look of her, and he's going to get out of her way, and he's going to move over and attack Ahlen. And
Does she get an attack of opportunity?
she does.
He only, well, yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know. Did he take a 5 foot? Do 5 foot adjustments even exist in Fifth?
Well, to get an opportunity of attack, he would have to leave her reach, and at that point, he hasn't left her reach.
Okay, yeah.
He's
Okay.
moved through a threatened square, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have to
You
move
can move-
completely away.
You can move all
If
the
he
way
was-
around a character as long as you stay within contact at the end of that move. But it's when you move out of the
Okay.
reach is when you get the reaction.
Perfect. Thank you for that clarification. All right, so he's going to attack Ahlen. And
Exactly what you meant.
so he hits on the first one, and I assume he misses on the second.
Yep.
That's 5 points.
Down I go.
All right.
It's okay. Our cleric's okay. Ron has like a million health potions.
And actually, before I continue. What is Archon doing anything?
No, I'm still watching through the door.
Okay. Alright, so that guy attacks. This guy is going to move here, and he's going to attack Erod. Alright. Did I only roll once? Oh no, that did twice. Alright, so the first one misses, and the second one hits for 5. And then the guy in the front here is going to attack Duradin.
Miss hit.
And first one misses, second one hits for 8 points. And this guy here moves to the side and attacks.
Oh my god, seriously, Colonel? Seriously?
Oh no.
Is this real life right now? Oh,
In my defense, you instigated. Alright, so first one hits for 7, and the second one hits for
I'm down.
13. Alright. Keep hitting the wrong button there. Alright.
Do it.
So who's down? We have
Ahlen and Rirali are both down.
Ahlen and Rirali are down. Alright, so why don't I make this a little easier on myself?
Erod, you need to do your damage.
He was 5, right? Yeah. I hit Erod for 5, so you're down to 3. Can you update your hit points there? Sorry, this should make it a little easier for us to see who's doing what.
What is she at negatives wise?
There we go.
You just go to 0.
Oh, you don't drop below 0?
No, but if you get damage that equals your highest, like if you go below 0 to your highest hit point on an attack, then that counts as a fail save. Actually, no. Actually, that makes you dead. Dead.
So if I get hit for 10 damage, I am instantly dead.
Yes.
Roger that.
I may... I may fudge that a bit.
A bit of a homebrew there.
Okay, so... Mikashi.
Wow.
Checking this side.
Alright, there's no door that you can see. And...
So while the party's being murdered, the rogue is out back looking for doors that don't exist.
Alright,
It's
so...
11.
Yep, you don't see anything.
Alright. And I'll just go up to the side house here and look over to Archon. So, give him a look like, okay, what's going on?
I tell him you might want to go get the healer.
And Mikashi
Going on downhill
sighs.
again.
And that's it for me.
Alright. Are you gonna move anywhere?
Well, there's nobody else around, is there?
Outside, no. But you can move up to the door if you want.
I'm not gonna move up to the door.
Okay. Alright. Duradin.
Alright, only because it's totally what Duradin would do in character. He's going to raise his shield and kind of take a defensive posture, reach down, and hit Rirali with a Cure Wounds.
Okay. Roll the heal die.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this spell up real quick.
Beautiful number. I appreciate it.
Alright, so...
Does fighting defensively exist in 5th edition?
Yeah.
Good.
It's your action, though.
Oh, it's okay, so it's not a move thing anymore.
Do you have a health potion, Duradin? Erod?
I don't.
Neither do I, sorry.
And as my move, I'm going to take a 5-foot adjustment.
Okay. That gives this guy attack of opportunity.
On a 5-foot step?
Well, you're out of his range now.
Yeah, but a 5-foot adjustment doesn't provoke, does it? Unless that's changed from 3rd edition.
It's only a 5 foot if you're going around him in the same area.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
That guy. Oh, never mind.
There's an
Talking about the
action
guy
called
from
disengage, but
Hey, he-
Oh,
he-
in 3rd edition, you could take a 5-foot step in any direction and it didn't provoke.
yeah, no, that's not in the 5th edition.
Okay. Alright, so Duradin is done. Ahlen is unconscious. Can you make a saving throw?
I don't want to roll higher than
a 10. 10 or higher. Okay, so mark off a fail. Erod.
Okay, can I use the healing potion?
Sure can.
What do I need to do?
It is 1d4 plus 2, I think it is.
2d4, my friend.
Is it 2d4? Okay, I couldn't remember if it was the 2d4.
Plus 2 or just 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so you heal 8. So that brings you back up to maximum, so that's 8. Do you want to move?
Was that my attack as well, or whatever?
That was your action, yep.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna slink out the door, just outside of it.
All right, so you're moving backward.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're moving backward, this guy over here is going to attack.
Sure.
And he misses on the... Actually, I don't think he gets a multi-attack. He just gets the one.
No.
Alright, so he misses. Okay. So we are back to Rirali. Alright, so you're recently revived.
I take half my movement to stand up.
The guy in front of you is not looking the worse for wear. The guy beside you is also looking pretty good. And the guy sort of behind you into Ahlen's side is he's looking like he probably doesn't want to be there. How long does the sleep last?
1 minute, which I don't know what that is. I think turns are like
Yeah.
9 seconds or something.
It's about 10 turns, so you're good. Okay, so Rirali, what would you like to do?
Good question. Alright, so I stand up and
And I should point out that you look around and you see that one of your comrades is down and
I know.
one is
I
struggling,
know.
and there's 2 of them that do not appear to be in the room with you.
You don't have to guilt trip me, Colonel. I'm the rational one. My character's the irrational one. Let's see. I stand up and I slap Duradin on the back and I say, I think it's time we make a retreat. And I grab Ahlen, who's just barely conscious, and I drag him out the door with me.
Okay. So
As far as I can get.
let's
All 15 feet.
let's say that
Just out of it.
Ahlen is. Let's do this. So you're gonna move here.
I move
That's about as far as you
all-
can move because you're gonna have to get Ahlen. So that would take. No,
Yeah.
let's say that would take an action. So you're able to move. You're able to move 15 feet. So you'd be able to move out to where Erod is.
I throw him out the door towards Erod. Sorry, Ahlen. And I stand at the door, waiting for Duradin.
Well, I'm
I
not
don't
going
know.
to survive this unless they all miss me.
Okay.
And I look at Erod like, help me out here. So I stand at the door.
Okay. So as you're doing that, you have. Let's
He's an
see.
attack of opportunity on me.
Yeah, which one? Okay, that was the other guy that did it. Okay, so this guy hits for 7.
Colonel Plus.
This guy that misses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the third guy misses. All right, so you're out the door and hurting, and as you reach the door, and that last hit, you just kind of grunt and just kind of chuck Ahlen out the door ahead of you because you can't hold on to him anymore. All right, Redbrand ruffians are up. So this guy,
So Ahlen's out the door.
Ahlen's out the door, and Rirali and Erod are in the door.
I'm gonna move forward and use the heal potion that I was given on Ahlen. The
Ahlen.
moment I see him come out the door.
Okay.
Yay!
And then also roll initiative as well.
I say, alright, you assholes. As I'm leaving, I say, alright, you assholes. I get it, we're out.
Roll persuasion.
I wish.
How did Rirali end up with 12? I thought he had 4.
I didn't do anything. That's all you man.
Fixed it. Okay, so you've healed Ahlen. So roll 2d4 plus 2. Oh man. Alright, so Ahlen, you got 5 back, so you're at full health. Get rid of that. Alright, so the Redbrands, they are going to
Hear my plea and leave Duradin and walk out. Right?
So they're going to kind of move in around Duradin. This guy's going to come out and stand at the doorway and just kind of look menacing at you. And
My god is smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
they don't even respond. They just kind of all start attacking. And the guy at the door just kind of grins at Rirali amid the sounds of carnage behind. So this guy is going to attack at the top. And one hits.
I'm dead.
For 6. Yeah, looks like it.
Woohoo, for being abandoned by my party.
So what this guy is gonna do is he's gonna get this guy to move out of the way. He's gonna move Duradin out to the door and just kind of throw him at Rirali's feet. And they're all just kind of gonna amass at the door here and wait to see what you guys are gonna do.
I grab him and I chuck him towards Erod because I know he has a health potion.
Well, you won't be able to do that until it's your turn, but I will note that.
Yeah.
Mikashi, you're up.
That's me.
He's still looking for a door.
No, I'm done with the doors. I'm good on doors. Didn't see any. So, who's out the door now?
Everybody.
Ahlen, everybody's outside.
Mm-hmm.
Except Duradin, who's flat on his face, apparently.
He's outside, at Rirali's feet.
Okay. I kind of take one step out and I'm like, what the hell happened? Okay, so I don't see any of the Redbrands inside.
You can see them kind of grouped at the door.
Alright, and I begin walking up. And as hard as he can force to make his words clear, he says to the men, please stop. These people are very emotional and quick to make mistakes. If you would, spare them, and I'm willing to give you to trade their lives. I'm willing to give you to trade for their lives. I'm willing to give gold, or perhaps something else that you might want.
Roll a persuasion check.
Nail it. Nail it, yeah.
And that would be... Shoot, what's the challenge for a persuasion check? That's intelligence, right?
No, it'll be like charisma, or yeah, charisma.
Charisma. Alright. Yeah, that's... Okay, so... So the kind of the ruffian that's in the front...
And I take out about 5 gold pieces in my hand and hold it out just to show them that I'm serious.
Alright, so the lead guy, he spits. He says, "We'll take your gold. We don't give mercy. But you caught us during breakfast. And mine's getting cold. Let the server's warning for you." And he holds his hand out for you to throw him the gold.
I walk up and drop the 5 gold in his hand, and I bow and thank him. Thank you very much, sir.
And he kind of makes a flinching move with his sword toward you. "Get out of here!" You can hear
Of course.
You can hear hooting and hollering and catcalling from the rest of the ruffians.
And I kneel over Duradin, and I begin to try and pick him up and drag him away.
Alright.
Yeah, now can you spare me a healing potion?
I'm gonna wait till I'm away from the brigands so they don't see that I have cool stuff and want to take that.
Besides you just throwing them 5 gold?
If they wanted more gold, they could ask for it.
Alright, so essentially what we're looking at here...
Magical items are considerably pricier.
Is...
You don't just trip and fall over healing potions. What is that?
To be fair, we kind of did.
Yeah.
Although
I don't
we
think
got
that-
shot by goblins.
I don't think that's ever happened in a campaign for me before.
Eventually, we're
Yeah.
going to actually win a fight.
It'll happen.
Probably the next time we get into a fight where the entire party joins in and helps.
Yeah, I won the last fight for you. What you talking about?
Alright, so you dragged him off to the side. These guys are still in the doorway.
Does he need to be stabilized?
Yeah, I'm bleeding out.
Well, not if I pour it down his throat.
So you're not able to do that this turn.
Okay.
So you've moved him to the side there. So do you have anything else that you can do in your movement or on your turn?
I don't think so. I don't have any bonus action stuff.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to move him out of view of the door.
Okay. All right. So Duradin fails a death save, and then we're up to Archon.
All right, I guess we're walking down the road.
All right, Archon's walking down the road. Ahlen.
So can I do something to try to stabilize Duradin?
Sure.
All right. So what do I do? Do I roll some kind of check?
Yeah.
Medicine.
Medicine. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so he's stabilized. You wrap some bandages around him and get him to a stabilized condition. So he has one. He's still got 0 hit points, but you can now. That's 0. And Duradin, I think it's a 1d4.
Yeah, but if they're gonna hit me with a healing potion at some point, that'll go away, right?
Yeah. All right. So he's stabilized. Then we have Erod. You're up.
Okay, so I have another potion to use on Duradin.
Okay. You want to use that on him? It's a 2d4 plus 2. Alright.
Jeez.
Effective use of the healing potion.
Gosh.
Alright, so Duradin's got 4 hit points. And you can clear your death saves. And Rirali.
What are the buildings around this place? What are they? Like this building right here, like the buildings right next to the place.
They appear to be like in this case they're kind of abandoned huts. One could, I think, like this thing here is like a latrine, but these black ones are kind of abandoned buildings. Nobody really wants to be associated with the sleeping giant.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I spit at the floor in front of the door, and I help pick up Duradin. I help him get on his feet,
Thank you, lass.
and I slap him on the back, and I say, thank you for having my back in there. I'm sorry that I couldn't have yours.
No worries, you don't win them all.
All right.
And I nod at him, and I walk away, and I walk with him.
All right. So the guy at the door kind of does one of the points his 2 fingers at his eyes and points them at you.
Who?
Says, "I look forward."
I use thaumaturgy, and I change my eyes, and I make them. They're already like a dark red, but I make them a bright red, and I make them emanate, sort of like Archon did last session.
All right. And he kind of. He says, "I look forward to meeting you again."
If I find your friend's teeth, I'll return them.
All right. So they turn away. They close the door, and you can hear some cheering and hollering and hooting as you guys walk away down the road. Defeated in battle.
Yeah, so anyway, Rockseeker, we might want to try looking for him again.
Yeah, so my proposal is that we...
Do you want to reconvene at the Stonehill Inn? Or are you talking to
Yeah, we could do that.
As my bonus action, I use just to recon this. I use Second Wind to get back some of my hit points.
Okay, we're not in combat, so you can go ahead and do that.
And can I use a hit die at the same time? Can I do both of them?
No. Unless it's part of that Second Wind.
No.
No, okay.
It's just using my bonus action. 20 plus my fighter level, which is 1. Ooh! Oh, that takes me full up.
Alright. That sounds good.
My first good roll of the night.
Alright, so everybody's back in the inn, nursing your wounds or your pride, whatever applies.
Yeah, I went down 6 on 1. I've got no pride, no wounded pride.
Okay. Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
So Ahlen really wants to stress that we don't know what happened to Gundren, and the trail goes cold up by where we found the horses. He makes the argument that there's no reason for goblins and humans to cooperate, so these bandits probably had nothing to do with it. And his proposal is that, actually, how far, remind me, I've asked so many times, but how far is it between here and back by the horses?
A day's ride.
Okay.
But a day,
So, how about we start on the path back? We get to around where the horses are, we camp out, we heal up, I get my spells back, and then we we hunt around for a body, and maybe try to find goblins.
Aye, we could do that.
They get my money.
We can get money on the way out of town.
Yeah.
We're probably going to need horses.
I don't think we can afford horses.
We can afford a horse and a cart.
Maybe we could borrow the cart we just brought here.
Maybe if we say we're trying to find Gundren, maybe they'll be a little bit charitable.
Aye, that's a possibility.
It's a good idea.
So let's go to it.
Any objections?
Yeah, Archon, any objections? And I give you a very stern look. Character.
Ahlen doesn't think Rirali should be giving anybody a stern look right now.
I'll give you a stern look.
All right, so let's head up to Barthen's and get some pay and try to convince him to loan us some oxen and a cart. They were oxen, right? Not horses.
The ones that were drawing the cart that you used to deliver the goods were oxen.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right. So you're gonna head up to Barthen's as a group, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Archon's going to hang out in the back, but yeah, the rest of us will be.
I clap Erod on the back and I say, "Man, that was a close one."
Indeed.
All right. So you guys are all up at Barthen's.
As we're walking, I do actually thank Rirali for hauling me out of danger.
Aye, that was quick thinking, lass.
I say, it's the least I could do for you backing me up, friend. And I say we're gonna have to
we'll get them next
put some
time.
meat
Don't
on
you
your
worry.
bones. Meat on your bones for the next time, my friend. And I continue on.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything before we enter Barthen's?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. So does everybody enter the building, or is anybody staying outside?
Nope, I'm not.
Barthen is the one that's going to hand us the gold?
Yeah.
Or is he going to hand one person the gold?
You don't know.
I'll go inside.
Okay. Everybody going in, I assume?
Yep.
All right. So the group comes in, and it's probably about midday, and Barthen sees the group and kind of looks askance at everybody, kind of in amusement, but kind of in concern, and notices that Archon and Erod are with the group, and he walks up to Archon and says, "Did you guys not rest very well last night? You don't look very good."
I shake his hand. I said, "Yeah, I had a great sleep. Pretty good breakfast. We're here to pick up our pay."
He nods. Okay. Sure, come by the counter here. And he reaches by the counter and grabs... actually goes into an area that you can't see. He comes back in and Says, all right, so the agreement was 10 gold pieces each, so here you go. And he gives each person 10 gold.
Much obliged.
All right, so Ahlen kind of signals to everybody that he's got this, and he asks Barthen. Barthen's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Barthen very kindly informs him of that we want to go look for Gundren, and we're wondering if we can borrow the cart and the oxen. And I have a little, maybe my rustic, my trait here. Rustic hospitality feature will help.
Right. He looks relieved that somebody's going to go look for Gundren. He says, "Oh, that would be great. I'm very concerned about him. I really do hope you find him. So you need. Sorry, what was the second part of the question?
Oh, the second part was just, or the only part of the question is if we could borrow the oxen and cart that we arrived in to go to travel back.
He kind of looks apologetic and says, I don't know what to tell you. I had another load that I had to send arrangements for. The thing's already gone. It left this morning.
All right.
Well,
Unless someone else has an idea. We're walking.
Guess we're walking then.
He says, I just happen to have 6 donkeys. I mean, they're not the best thing, but I don't know if it'll help. But I mean, I'd be glad to help you in any way I can. But that's about the only traveling companion that I have for you.
Donkeys are better than nothing.
I agree.
He looks at Duradin and he says, "Well, it would fit perfectly for you." I'm not sure
I've
if it'd
ridden
be...
more than one ass in my life.
He chuckles. All right, very well. Now, normally these are 8 gold each, but I can give you a discount of 5 gold each.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's...
Well, that is the most expensive ass I've ever paid for.
Unfortunately, I mean, as much as I love Gundren, I do have a business to run.
5 gold it is. I'm gonna part out that 10 gold that he gave me and hand him back 5.
This is the rental rate for an ass?
This you can consider this the rental 8. It's 8 to buy.
Wait, you just rented it to us for 5?
No, he was selling it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want an ass. I don't want a donkey. How much to rent it? I ask.
And it's to rent. He's going to also impart that it only gives you a slight advantage to your speed.
Yeah, I don't really want a donkey, guys.
So
Yeah, as opposed to taking a day walking, what would that cut the time down by?
So your normal movement is 30 feet, and a donkey would give you 40 feet. It allows you to carry. It does allow you to carry stuff.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we just take one donkey in case or 2 donkeys in case we need to put corpses on them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. So Ahlen's kind of not looking forward to this walk, so he's gonna buy one no matter what. So.
Okay, so who is buying a donkey and who is not?
I'm buying a donkey.
So Duradin is buying a donkey. Ahlen's buying a donkey.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Erod's all over that donkey.
All right.
All over that ass.
Archon is not.
Mikashi?
Not an ass man, is he?
He didn't specify what the renting price was? I'm willing to rent a donkey for 2 gold.
If you bring it back, I can rent it to you for 3 gold.
Two gold and 4 silver.
Roll a persuasion check. Alright.
Ahlen slams down 5 gold on Mikashi. Who was that? Was that Mikashi?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay for your ass.
Most gracious of you.
So I'm buying
I like where this
2
is
asses
going.
for 10 gold.
Sorry?
I'm buying 2 donkeys for 10 gold. Is that the
Yes.
price?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, Mikashi bows towards Ahlen.
Buddy system. Alright.
Anytime. You're like the only voice of reason here, man. We need to stick together.
Alright, so let me just so I can.
I mean, technically I saved the party from getting wiped again, so...
Alright.
Counts for something.
Let's do this. So you guys are riding donkeys. Just so I know who has what. Erod has got the donkey. He's got the ass. And Mikashi does. Oops. Alright. So everybody settles up. And, do you want to do anything before you get the donkeys? Anything else in here?
I wanna pull Archon aside for a second.
Okay.
You suck. That is all.
I pull you aside and I'm like, well, if I remember correctly from back in our days, you like to have a little bit of fun. Would you like to have a little bit of fun before we head off?
Always.
So, I tell him, okay. I look back and I address the party and I'm like, I want to go pay a visit to the temple real quick. I'll be right back.
Ah, that's what they call it now.
And I tell Archon, okay, walk with me. And so I start walking south, past Barthon's home.
And Mikashi
This
yells
area.
out, please do not take long.
It'll be a quick trip, my friend.
Alright, is anybody else doing anything before they leave?
Get a quickie.
Quickie. Alright, so Rirali down here, I guess. Is that where you wanted to go?
About over here. Yeah, about right here.
Right there.
So, tell me about the topography of this area. Tell me what's going on here. Behind the sleeping giant.
So this is like a this appears to be a pit that once was a building. The kind of the gray that you see there are kind of like the foundations of a building, but nothing is there anymore.
Okay. So I look at Archon and I'm like, well, I'm not terribly pleased with what happened down in the sleeping giant a couple of minutes ago. So I want to leave him a little present before we go. And I point out at the little building right next to the sleeping giant that you told me was a latrine or looked like one. And I say, how about we have a little bit of some pyro fun for a second here before we leave. Give a little bit of a parting gift. And I take out, in one hand I have a torch, and in the other I have a tinderbox.
Yeah, I think this sounds awesome.
I give him a big shit-eating grin. And so...
When you say it sounds awesome, are you being facetious or are you buying into that?
No, I'm totally loving the plan.
Okay.
This is why I like Archon, guys.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are gonna, I assume, move down here.
Yeah, so I motion... do we see anybody outside?
Roll a perception check. No, you don't see anybody around.
Alright, so I whisper to Archon. I point out at the small little building, the latrine-looking building, and give him a look like that one.
Yeah, yep, that looks good to me.
Alright. So, I get, what is the building made out of?
All of these buildings are made out of wood.
Babies.
Favorite kind.
Babies.
And so I light the torch, and I give a wink over to Archon, and I chuck it over at the latrine. Is it a flat top on the latrine, or is it like an A?
It's like an A.
An A-frame. So I then I don't chuck it. I link over to the latrine, and I light it on fire using the torch.
All right. Roll a. I don't even know what to roll here. You know what? You light it and
Why don't you just light it on fire?
and it goes up. It goes up.
Thank you. God.
And I head back to Archon, and I say, "Are we good with only this?"
Oh, I think the next time we come back, we burn the whole thing down.
I give him a hearty nod, and I'm like, "I like the way you think," and I slap him on the back.
Fight
And I
smarter,
say,
not harder.
Exactly. And I say, I really am gonna head to the temple for a second. So, if you want to head with me,
Yeah, I'll
that'd be
follow.
fine. All right. So I head back over to the temple.
All right.
I'm really liking this luck this temple is giving me.
All right. Is anybody else? So guys, back at the Barthen's Provisions, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna start heading towards the edge of town.
All right. Anybody else?
I guess I'll take this opportunity to try to get filled in on the details of the battle that I missed. Like, did we kill all the goblins, that kind of stuff? Let me know if there's any detail that you wouldn't tell me.
So see. So Erod was awake, so he imparts to you.
I hope it's word embellishment.
He lies. There
So
were
he-
10 of them. I killed them all.
Do you embellish, or are you just telling him straight up what happened?
Thousands of goblins.
I give it straight up.
All right. So so Ira basically tells you that 4 goblins ambushed the party, felling several of the group before Archon and Erod rallied to turn the tide of the battle. They dispatched 3 of the goblins with the most epic of high fives, and they watched the 4th retreat down a trail but decided not to pursue, instead tending to the grave wounds of your comrades.
Cool.
All right. So are you guys sticking around Barthen's, or are you heading off with Mikashi?
I'm keeping with the party. Wherever they're going, I'm going.
Yeah, I guess we can all follow.
Okay. All right. So Archon and Rirali.
So I just want to dart in very quickly to the shrine. Is Sister Gareli still in there?
She is. She's at an altar. Looks like she's praying.
I'll hang back by the door, the front door.
I jog up to Sister Rirali because I just wanted to make this a quick trip. Is there anything that looks like a... Before I do that, is there anything that looks like a collection bowl or anything like that?
There are bowls around inside the shrine that you are not sure if they're for collection or if they are for any ritual liquids or anything like that. You're not sure what they are. They appear to be empty.
Okay, so I jog up to Sister Rirali, sounding a little bit like this, as I go up to her, and if she doesn't react, if she's still in praying mode, I just I take out a gold piece and I leave it next to her on the pew or whatever, and I jog back. If she doesn't react, my cling, 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 cling.
Roll a... Actually, you know what? I'm going to...
I'm not trying to be stealthy in the least. I'm just trying to be quick.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter. I'm awful at stealth checks.
You kind of notice that she stiffens up but continues praying.
Alright. So I give a... So I'm assuming she's at, like, the shrine of Tamara or whatever?
Yeah.
So I leave the gold piece next to her. I bow my head a little bit at the shrine very quickly, and I'm like, thank you. And I jog back out and meet Archon. And say, let's head back.
Okay.
Unless you want to do anything.
Nope, I'm good.
Alright, so you guys are going to head back to Barthen's. Alright, so as you get up to Barthen's, you see that some donkeys up ahead with your compatriots, just as they're kind of getting to the edge of town.
And I look at Archon and I say, man, these guys are just aching for it, aren't they? And I
Yeah.
head up behind them.
Yep. Run in, no plan. That seems to be the group's motive.
Alright, so you guys are all heading back to the site of the ambush, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Righto.
Alright.
Alan's gonna ask Rirali what that was all about, the little detour.
Oh, I just wanted to say a little bit of thanks to the Lady Tamara for shining her luck upon us in that fight.
Alan nods approvingly.
I have the right things going. We could use some good luck.
Yeah.
I assume I can't see smoke from a fire in the background.
Well, you can roll a perception check, but no, you're going the other way, so you're not going to see anything.
Like a small building. It's really big.
With any luck, it'll spread.
Alright. So let's go back to...
As we're traveling, I ask around, or ask the group about... Oh god, sorry, something just popped up and it totally took my attention away. Oh god. Oh, I asked the group about the arrows. Oh shit, yes, I do still have the arrow, it's in my pack. So I take it out of my pack and I show it to everyone and I ask if it looks it looks the same as the arrows that we saw lying on the ground. And see if anyone...
Lying on the ground where?
In the horses?
When we got up to the horses, there were 2 arrows on the ground with like black feathers or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly.
Goblin
And,
arrows,
the arrow-
clearly.
And the arrow that hit me was clearly from the goblins, and I broke that apart, and I still have it with me, because I don't hold a grudge very well. And I show it to the group and see if it looks similar to the black feathers, because I didn't get a good look at them.
Well, presumably we're gonna find these arrows again in the not too distant future when we do a direct comparison.
I just want to know, as
Okay.
PB, if they
All
are
right.
goblin arrows or if we're looking at something bigger and badder.
Ahlen will take a crack at it if you want. You have to roll something.
Yeah, roll a... I guess roll a history check. Since it happened a day or so.
Remembering something.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they from what you recall, they appear to be of the same arrow, same kind of arrow.
I inform Rirali as such. Looks like we have our culprits.
Alright, so I get a bit of a glint in my eye, and I say, thank you very much, Ahlen, for the confirmation. I just wanted to make sure we were going after the correct thing.
Of course, anytime.
Well,
Do we need a marching order, by the way?
Yes, I was just going to ask you that. What is your marching order?
I will be up toward the front-ish.
Mikashi will be as well.
Okay.
I guess I'll take the flank. I'll take the back.
Are we going to go like 2 abreast? Like 2 by 2?
I don't see why not.
We could.
Alright, I'll take the middle rank. Ahlen.
I take the back with whomever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the back.
So...
Guess
you
I had
walking with
middle.
me?
Sorry, what was that, PB?
I was gonna say, are you walking with me, Lucian?
Yeah, I'm walking next to you.
You wizards gotta stick together, Erod.
Alright, so we
For
have...
sure.
Duradin and Mikashi in the front. Was it? I know Erod was
Yeah.
in the middle. Archon was in the back. And Ahlen was in the back?
Middle.
Middle. And Rirali's in the back. Alright. Cool. Alright, so you march on through the day.
Does anyone want to take a short rest?
We're gonna have to make camp anyway. We're not gonna make it there in a day.
Well, I'm asking for anyone who took damage if they want to take a break real quick, or if everyone's good on health.
I'm okay.
Is it a
Yeah, a rest sounds good.
Okay, we can rest.
Alright.
Because we sort of went from a fight to getting money to leaving.
Is there a possibility of there being an encounter on the road?
There's no encounter.
That's what I figured. I guess it doesn't matter anyway.
It's just a short 30-minute rest.
Okay, so you take a short rest and heal up a hit die
For those who need it.
for those who need it. Alright, and then you set out again. And by the when you left Phandalin, it was about midday. So you would have gotten to about the crossroads ish. As it's kind of getting close to dusk. So is that where you would have set camp and rested?
Sure.
We could go a little bit past dusk. I don't know. I don't really care. Does anyone have an opinion?
Yeah, I've got dark vision. I don't give a shit.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm fine. I have dark vision.
so you're continuing to travel to the ambush site, right?
Yeah.
Is that that's where you're gonna stop?
I wouldn't mind camping. Like, we can kind of hide a little way, our campsite a little ways away from the ambush site. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to be like an hour away from that ambush site, if possible.
yeah, that's fine.
All right.
So let's stop an hour short and go off the road, assuming there's some kind of cover or brush. We'll keep an eye out for a good campsite on the way there.
All right. All right. So you guys set up camp. Anything you want to do other than set up camp?
I'll take first watch.
All right. Duradin takes first watch.
I'll take second watch.
What time of night do we get there?
You get there probably around midnight.
I'll take second.
Mikashi will take third watch.
Ahlen fourth, then.
All right. All right. So you guys spend the night. There doesn't appear to be any excitement, and you dawn hits. Sun's coming up. It's about 6 a.m. What do you guys want to do?
Head towards the site, the ambush site, and
Yeah.
follow that trail that the goblin ran off on, if there was one, I think.
Before we do that, I would like to sit down and, while we're getting ready, and ask what our battle plan is. Like, what are we planning to do when we get there?
Well, we don't know what we're going to find yet. But
Yeah.
what I was kind of thinking is we thoroughly scour the area for any clues or anything useful, any bodies. And then I was told by Erod that there was a path that the goblin went down. If there's a path that goes off the main road, it must go somewhere. So we could, and goblins usually, I assume, live in like larger than groups of 4. So we could go hunt them down and interrogate them as you wanted to interrogate the bandits. Assuming we
Yeah.
don't find anything else of interest at the site.
Yes, assuming we don't, I would like to take the lead in stealthing and making survival checks to track where the goblin that ran off may have gone, follow his trail, and to make sure that we don't get ran, we don't wind up in another ambush.
Okay.
Good
Not to ask
idea.
Too many questions here, but I do also want to ask before we head off if anybody in character, if anybody's good at tracking or seeing things, because I'm great on water, but on land, you know.
I'm moderately proficient at tracking, which is why I also feel like I should head up the front.
Is tracking survival, or is that a special skill somewhere else?
Yeah, it's survival. If I were a ranger, it'd be a different, that'd be a whole nother ball game, but I have to roll for it.
So
Roll survival.
my countryside upbringing has actually left me pretty solid with these sorts of things.
And how is your stealthiness?
Now, your skills are based on your class, and yours or would have came from your background, but you would have had to choose them.
Yeah, so my background includes this.
Does that give you? What does that give you advantage?
Okay,
Yeah, what is it?
So okay, all right. Now the game mechanics, I have a survival proficiency, and then I also am fairly wise.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to make checks. I mean, anybody
Yeah.
can make checks, but you'd be better at it.
I can't be stealthy for shit.
Yeah, which is why I suggest you stay up the rear.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm at the rear.
yeah, how stealthy is Ahlen? What's his
Above
dexterity?
average. Do you actually want numbers, or are we kind of role playing?
Yeah, I'm role playing.
Yeah,
No need
role
for numbers.
All right. Yeah, above average, not spectacular.
Like, I want to know how comfortable you are with backing me up with going into possibly enemy territory.
So the thing is, he's kind of green. Like, this is all his first time in any kind of violent situation. So while he's skilled in this sort of thing, he's not skilled in this particular application of his abilities. So he's happy to help out, but he's a little bit frightened.
I acknowledge that.
I'll help you out. Like, if when we're searching the area, I can probably do like an assist or something, like help your die roll or whatever.
Yeah, assist in the tracking, but as far as moving ahead of the party and stealthing, I'll handle that.
Roger.
And you have 5 hit points, right?
And
And my amazing
And that
5
too.
hit points.
Yeah, I would think the front is not where you want to be.
All right. So do we have a plan? Is that
that
it?
sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I'll hang back, just holler if you need me.
All right. So you guys now are entering the location where the ambush took place. The horses are still there with the arrows in them. What would you like
So
to do?
should we approach from the areas we were ambushed from? Like, if it's like some regular ambush site of theirs, we could maybe catch them where they do their ambushing.
You said
Yeah, we'd rather not approach on the road.
someone said they saw him run down a path. Which path?
Yeah,
So the path that the Erod saw them run down was to the northwest.
Well, why don't we follow the path they went down?
Because this is an ambush site, my friend.
Yeah. So first, how about what if we approach? We were ambushed from the south side, though, right?
Of the road, you were.
Yeah.
it
You-
came
you
from
were-
the
you were-
southeast.
Well, that was the
Adam.
way I had him on the map, just because I needed the space. But it was from the north side.
Okay.
From that path area? Or
Yeah, from the direction that because they wouldn't have been able to run away if they were on the south side.
Mikashi wants to leave his donkey with the rest of the party and dash up along, stealthing as he does, towards the ambush area.
Okay.
And I would recommend us getting off the beaten path a few feet.
And our
Yeah,
plan
but-
is to trigger them into ambushing us?
No,
No.
what I'm
If we can
doing
ambush
by
them, it'd be better.
stealthing, is seeing if there's going to be an ambush. If I'm stealthing, they won't be able to see me coming,
So I yell.
but I'll be able to see them if I come upon them.
Before Mikashi goes away, I say, just holler if you need us. And I hit him on the back. And I walk
Goes a
away.
little oof. And he smiles, and he takes out his short sword with the straight edge and dashes off.
Be careful, my friend.
All right. So as he dashes off, is anybody else doing anything, or are you just waiting for him to come back?
I am not stealthy, so I'm just waiting.
I stand at the ready, seeing if I see anything with my sword out. Scimitar, whatever.
Yeah, I'll stand off the road at least 20 feet.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I'm not in the road at all. I'm off the beaten path, around 20-30 feet also.
All right.
Looking out if I see anything.
Okay, Mikashi, roll a perception check.
Woman.
It's just you doing the scouting?
Pretty much like what's the I'm not trying to come up in the middle of the road or like out in the open.
Okay. Alright, you don't see anything that looks suspicious?
Alright. So I'm gonna keep heading up towards the am I able to immediately recognize, I guess I would have to make a check to recognize the path where the goblin ran off.
You know the general direction that the path is located in. After looking around for maybe 15 minutes or so, you kind of see that it's almost concealed behind some bramble. But since you knew where to look, it's easy to find. So you find the path.
Okay.
It looks like it looks like it heads down, for the foreseeable distance.
Down to where?
Just northwest.
Into forest?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's there's trees on either side. I don't know if it's like a light forest, I guess.
Light woody area. Is it like an actual like man-made path or?
It's a trodden path.
Trodden path. Yeah, I'm not going to tread the path. I'm going to stealth along the trees on one side and follow it up.
Okay. How far are you following it up?
I wanna as far as it takes to if I see a change in terrain.
All right. So what are you doing as you? Actually, you know what? Roll a survival check. Okay. You see footprints on the trail, but there's too many of them to really pick anything out, anything distinguishing about them. Some of the footprints appear to be disturbed from something either dragging or wiping, but that's about it. Okay.
I take note of that.
All right. Okay, so as you're going up the road, what are you doing? You're off on the side, right?
Yeah, I'm off to the side.
Okay, so you're stealthing. Are you doing anything else?
No. I'll keep going until there's a change in terrain.
Alright.
Or if there's any notable, any points of interest along the path.
Alright. Alright, so after about 10 minutes of going along the path, you spot what appears to be a trap, a snare trap.
Located in the path?
On the path, yep.
Okay. Do I see anything? How far can I see beyond it?
You mean how far down the path can you see?
Correct.
Roll a perception check. So you can see like maybe quarter of a mile, half mile.
So it's still quite a ways before
Yeah, the
any
path.
noticeable change.
The path just continues as it is. I mean,
All right.
there's some brambles and some thickets, and it doesn't change terrain per se, but it's kind of, there's some parts where the brambles and thickets are a little thicker than others. Sometimes it just kind of opens it up a little bit, but nothing extreme.
Not windy or anything like that.
Not really.
Okay. Yeah. So I take note of the trap and go around and continue.
All right.
How long has he been gone now?
He's been gone about 15-20 minutes.
Not long enough to cause alarm.
All right.
That's
Doubting
Ahlen?
things take time.
Is that Ahlen who was questioning that?
Yeah, he's a little worried. He's wondering if he should have gone with.
I go over to Ahlen, and I grab him by the shoulder, and I say, Lass, I know this is your first time out. This is normal. Do not worry. You made the right decision. This is a decision for you.
Ahlen feels a little better. Thanks, sir.
And I nod at her. I nod at him, sorry. And I continue, I stand next to him, and I continue out, making sure nothing's about to attack us.
All right. So Mikashi continues down the path, does not notice anything else, and the path extends about 5 miles. So he's been gone. He's been gone probably about. It's probably. I mean, are you going to the end of the path?
I want to go, say, about an hour.
Okay, so you go about 2.5 miles, and the path continues to extend. And you don't really see where it ends from there, so it continues for at least as far as you traveled.
Okay. So I'll start doubling back.
Okay. So just to be clear, you've traveled for an hour and now are heading back, or you are going half an hour?
I'm traveled out an hour, and now I want to double back to cut the time in half.
Okay, so you're gonna. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you double back. So it's you've been gone about hour and a half, and you come back to the clearing at the ambush site.
And I waved to the party, and I informed them that I was not able to make any out of place tracks along the path. It seems fairly safe, going up about 3 miles. So if we're going to head up in that direction, if we're confident that the goblin followed the path all the way, we can move in mass. But there is one trap that we need to avoid.
What kind of trap?
A simple snare trap. I thought about deactivating it myself, but I figure we could do that.
Sounds
as
like a plan to me.
Just in case there's something off that I can't detect about it. I would like somebody else there to back me up.
Okay, so it's safe to follow this path back that you took.
All right. And I guess I'll spearhead the party again. if we're gonna all head up that way. And
First, I want to take a look at the actual ambush site a little more closely, if that's okay.
Sure.
As he's doing that, I ask if what we want to do with the donkeys. If we want to take them with us or not.
So if this path goes for miles, Ahlen does not want to be walking, so he wants to ride his donkey, but he'll... I mean, if you don't want him to, he won't.
well, the path, it's
not my
not
donkey.
dangerous, but it might slow you down on the donkey.
If Ahlen wants to ride, I'll just hitch my donkey to his donkey and then lead from the front.
Yeah, if it turns out that it's slowing us down, we'll just tie him off somewhere. But so about these horses, which are now days dead, I'm gonna search through the carcasses, I guess, for anything interesting.
You find diseases.
Ew.
All right.
I mean, I assume they still have their bridle and saddle and all that on them.
They do. Aside from that, it's just identifying that you knew who the horses belonged to.
Are the goblin corpses still there?
The goblin corpses are still there. They've kind of been picked over, just like the horses have, by some of the random animals.
Do they appear to have anything on them?
No. You did find a... The saddlebags are there, but they've been looted, and there was a leather map case that you had spotted that you'd left behind.
I eyeball the map case,
But
motioning that somebody might want to take that.
it is empty.
Can I search the area around for... I'm trying to find bodies.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
One sec.
And how long do you want to search?
Oh, 10 minutes.
Okay.
Perception. Son of a...
All right. You roll
Anyone wanna
perception. You
assist me?
don't really find any other bodies than the ones that you already found.
All right. One more thing before we go. I'd like to examine the trail for use my kind of tracking thing on the trail.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest while we were on the way back up. You could try and detect something if I didn't see. My tracking probably isn't as good as yours.
All right. So are you now heading up the path, or?
Sure, we can start up the path, and as long as there's no objections or no one wants to do anything else. And then as we're walking, I'll examine, try to do my tracking thing, see if I can determine what's been using this trail.
All right. So as we head up the trail, so roll a survival check. All right. So you recognize that about a dozen goblins have come and gone along the trail, and there appear to be signs of two human-sized bodies being hauled away from the ambush site.
Bingo.
Wait, 2 human or 1 human and 1 dwarf?
2 human-sized bodies.
Is a dwarf human-sized, or could a dwarf be human-sized?
I believe a dwarf is considered a medium, so yeah.
Yes, they are medium.
Okay. But they would be along the path.
Yeah, these were markings in the path, being dragged toward the direction you're going.
Okay.
Are we
And
all
so,
together? Are they ahead?
Yeah, we're all together. But when we get to the point that I broke off before, the 1 hour point, I'm going to move ahead of the party again and scout further, stealthing.
Okay, so as you're traveling along the path, is anybody doing anything?
Say again?
As you're traveling along the path, is anybody doing anything?
Keeping my eyes open.
We only saw. I missed the first part of that. We didn't see the bodies, right? We just saw the tracks of the bodies.
Correct.
Okay, making sure. Yeah, I just go ahead.
All right. Okay, so you come up to the snare trap. I'm assuming everybody kind of skirts around it.
I step on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I go around.
All right. So you continue along the path, and so Duradin is keeping an eye out. What are you keeping an eye out for?
Just generally listening for any kind of sounds, looking for anything that appears odd or out of place. Flashes of metal, that sort of thing.
All right. Let's see. Mikashi, where are you?
I'm ahead of the party. Be like
Okay, so you're
20 feet.
You're on the path, not to the side in the
I'm off the path.
You're off the path, and everybody else is on the path?
I don't know what everybody else wants to do, but I'm going to be off the path because once we get to the 2.5 mile point that I broke off from, I'm going to speed ahead of them.
I look at Mikashi as we walk for like 30 minutes at this point, and I ask him at what point he stopped scouting and doubled back to us.
About another half hour walking up this trail. And once we get there, I would suggest that you keep following the trail. If I encounter anything ahead, you'll likely know. But the next time you see me, I'll probably have something substantial to report.
Your signal should be screaming like a little girl.
I scoff.
Maybe not like a little girl, but maybe do shout something out for us. Should we have a word? Do we have a code word for
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. I think that's something you scream in your bed, Erod.
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. I'm down with Shia LaBeouf.
Alright, so I just want to be clear about where everybody is kind of located right now. So Mikashi is off kind of on the tree line, going ahead to scout. And what are you scouting for?
What am I scouting for? Well, I want to scout for a change in terrain. If the tracks that we saw the goblin and dragged bodies go off the beaten path to another location and follow that instead, and if not, then just keep following the path ahead.
Alright, roll a perception check.
Don't fail me. Don't fail me. Yes!
Alright, so as you're walking off the side of the path, you do notice that the trail marks kind of veer away at some point, as if they're avoiding something in the road, and you have discovered that the goblins have camouflaged a pit, and the pit is about 6 feet wide and 10 feet deep, and triggers. It will trigger when a creature moves over it. It's kind of covered, with a bunch of loose and light ground cover to kind of conceal the pit.
Okay. And I'm discovering this where? How far ahead?
You're about 10 minutes ahead of the group. You're
Okay.
You said you were 20 minutes ahead, I think you said?
Well,
Or
I
20
said
feet. You said 20 feet.
Yeah.
So you discover this probably about like a half hour before you get to where you turn back.
Really?
Yep.
Before I turn back? So this is a new thing
Yeah.
that I didn't see before. Okay.
Yeah, so when you were going up the trail before, you just said you were stealthing. You didn't say you were looking for anything on the road.
Okay. True enough. So that's located on the path,
Yes.
not off the path.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to double back and inform the group.
All right. So as everybody gets up to that location, they all kind of skirt around and continue along the path. So now you're up to the point where you turn back.
Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know if anybody else has anything different in mind, but yeah, they can continue going up the path at a brisk pace, while I'll try to go about I'll be moving at double pace. Try to move at double pace, stealthing. So how long would that take? I don't know. I guess I want to get about.
It would take about. Well, you're stealthing, so you wouldn't be able to move at double pace.
Okay, so I'll stealth at normal pace. Try to get ahead of the party. I don't know. Well, okay. Instead of stealthing, I'll perceive.
So let me try and make this a little easier. So everybody roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. Good God.
Awesome, guys. Round of applause, everyone. Doing great. Oh, good.
Jeff brought up the rear with two extra rolls.
Just for luck.
All right, so as you continue along the path, it slows you down because you're trying to look as hard as you can since nobody's been this far along the path. So it does slow you down a bit. It takes you a little longer to go the second half of the journey, but you do not encounter any other traps along the way.
All right.
So,
and
Where are we now?
and there's still no change in terrain.
So you go for about a total of 5 miles down the path, so an extra 2.5. And
Can I ask what time it is? About?
Yeah, it's about midday. So you got to the ambush site in the morning, and then spent about 3 or 4 hours total, kind of searching the area, searching the path, coming back, and then continuing along the path. So it's been about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. So it's about midday, 12, 1 o'clock. Let's say 12, noon.
Thanks.
Brunch.
All right.
What about the second breakfast?
So that's up to you guys. All right, so let's see. Let me.
So, are we still on the path right now? Have we
So
stumbled upon-
so you've gone 5 miles, and you are now no longer on the path. You've emerged into a clearing. Let me test something out here. This is the first time I'm using the dynamic lighting, so I want to make sure it's not... Okay, perfect.
I see
haven't...
it's a blank page.
Yeah, I haven't got you on the map yet.
Okay.
Let's see. So, Erod was in the middle, Archon was in the back, Ahlen was in the middle, Duradin was up front, Mikashi was up front, and Rirali was bringing up the rear.
Oh.
Alright, so you've emerged into a clearing, and it sounded as though you wanted to break for lunch.
If they want to, sure. I'm gonna scout ahead though. I leave my donkey with them.
Alright.
Can I ask what I'm looking at here? Like black is obviously stuff I don't see, but what is the stuff I do see?
So what you see is a stream to your left that's coming out of a cave ahead of you. There are trees lined to the kind of up the cave, up the hillside, and around to your right that obviously you can't see right now, which defines the clearing that you're in. Behind you to the south, to the bottom of the map, is where the path came out. And there's some thickets and brambles on the other side, bushes that are on the other side of the river, or the stream.
This seems like a good...
cliff.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor again.
Alright.
Alright. And now I will stealth and head into the foliage up top.
Okay. So is anybody actually stopping to camp or anything?
Well, if we take a short rest, the mages get an extra spell slot back. So if Erod, if you have Mage Armor or some useful spell that lasts a long time, you could cast it, and then we could rest an hour, and you can get a spell slot back.
Okay, I'll do that. What do I need to do to show that I used anything?
So what I'm doing is I'm just writing in my armor class +3 next to it. And then, of course, are you casting Mage Armor or something else?
Yeah, Mage Armor.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is just writing +3 in my armor class and then mark off one spell slot. And then if we rest successfully, we'll get that slot back.
So when you're changing your armor class, if you can change it to the actual number and then indicate with one of the icons that you have some sort of armor on.
So I changed mine from 12 to 15.
Like something like that icon?
Yeah.
Yeah, change it to 15. So that'll indicate that you've got Mage Armor on, and that once it wears off, then you can restore it. Undo the 3. Alright.
I stand guard at the camp that these guys are making.
Alright.
Looking towards the direction that Archon and Mikashi went.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll keep a lookout as well.
Is that where you're camping, or anywhere further south, or east, or west?
We should probably camp like in the trees just to be safe.
You mean
This
up
is a
here?
cliff face, right?
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a hillside. Yeah, pretty steep.
Like something could stand up there and shoot down at us, type of deal.
No,
it looks a little more sheer than that.
Then
How
yeah,
about like?
that went wherever.
How about we came off a path that was going through some trees? If we like back off just a little bit to the trees for cover.
So that would be somewhere around here.
Sure.
I've got it blocked off because the map actually has like a legend on it, so that's why there's no trees over there.
Okay.
But yeah,
So yeah, how about we're like just inside the trees?
so kind of like right here in this area.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I still stand up. This is how large are these squares? Are these still 5
They're 5 feet. Yeah.
5 feet?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So I still stand right here.
Okay. So you guys are making camp. Mikashi is stealthing in the trees, and Archon is doing.
Archon thing.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
hanging out.
Alright.
Sounding like a villain.
I am a hermit.
Alright, and I'm gonna try to cross the river as quietly as I can.
Alright. The stream is about 2 feet deep. As you cross it, it's quite cold. Is that not?
That's some quality role playing right there.
Is that not letting you see anything below you?
Correct. I can't see anything.
Alright, that should be showing you something. Why is it not?
Maybe I need to get. Yeah, no, it just stays black.
Alright,
Thanks,
so-
dynamic lighting.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, let me move you back over here. I need to figure out why this is not working. Huh. Let me...
There it goes.
Okay, so let's say that you are kind of right, you're stealthed, you're right here, and as you kind of get to that point and you peek around, get there eventually.
Patient.
See a couple of goblins
Oh,
that
shit.
seem to be patrolling the area behind the thicket.
I'll crouch down into the thicket.
Alright,
Where's
they
them?
appear to be fairly lazy in their duties, and they don't notice you, and they're just kind of goofing about, not paying attention.
Stride up very quietly. Shh.
So these are brambles and thickets, so you're not going to be able to get through there without making a lot of noise and probably injuring yourself.
How I guess tall is it? Like it?
So this provides
Are
cover.
there trees?
This provides cover for them. So
How much
I would
cover?
I would say 5 or 6 feet.
What kind of vegetation is it?
They're like
Thickets.
a thicket, like a bush, really thick bush.
Big bushes.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see if they have their backs turned Like, am I facing their backs, or are they facing towards my direction? Or are they in movement, walking around, patrolling?
They're more engaged with each other, so I guess there's one that's kind of facing this direction and one that's facing this direction.
I will take out a throwing kunai, and I want to toss it over this direction.
All right. While you're doing that, what is the rest of the group doing?
Not throwing kunai.
Yeah, I assume, yeah, we're off in the trees, like, resting and eating.
Yep, I'm still standing watch, just listening out for Mikashi's Shia LaBeouf call, and yeah, I'm making sure nothing's about to murderize us.
Okay. So you right, so you
I'll
throw...
also have taken out my sword in my other hand.
Okay. So you throw something over there, your dagger, or throwing dart, was it?
A kunai, so it's basically a dagger, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you throw something over there, and let's see. Alright, so they failed that. So both of them, they kind of go, and they hear the noise, and they both kind of go over to investigate.
And I take out my other short sword, and I will sneak up behind that little fucker.
Alright, roll initiative. Hold on, let me clear that first. There we go. Alright, so you had a 22.
Mm-hmm. Well, the goblins, so.
Alright. So, you have surprise on this guy. So go ahead and roll. Now you're
I'm gonna get up right behind him and try to shove my sword through his throat.
Alright. And you have, I think you have critical on this, right?
Critical as in...
because
Advantage?
you're stealthed and you're surprised.
Oh. Hell yeah.
You do have advantage too. So go ahead and roll attack. Alright, so you get that hits. And that is... So that's a critical. So that's what? So roll another 1d6.
1d6 plus, or 1d6 flat, or
Yeah, just
not
1d6.
adding my modifier?
Right, just a 1d6. Alright, so that should be 1d6 plus 1d6 is 4. 5 plus 3, so you should have, that's 8 damage.
Wait. Yeah, is it adding my modifier, because 4 damage...
Yeah, but you rolled a 1.
Okay, I rolled a 1, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled, okay.
Yep.
Alright,
Alright, so this guy...
that's 8 there.
You kill him. right.
Rip.
And this guy looks very confused, turns around and goes, "Huh!" and sees his friend drop in front of him. And he's surprised, so he can't do anything. So go ahead and roll again. Go
Run
ahead.
up, cut him. Look.
And that hits. Alright,
Fucking ninja boy over here.
so...
And if that doesn't drop him, I'm gonna use my sneak attack as well.
Can you use sneak attack?
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Do you have
Exactly.
do you have what the description of it is? Because I don't know
If I have advantage, do I still have advantage or no?
not this round.
So I don't add it. But I will do my second attack then, my bonus action.
Okay. And that misses. Yep, second one misses.
Okay.
Alright, the goblin turns to you, does not look very happy, and screams and rolls an attack with his scimitar that misses.
Do I hear that scream?
Roll a perception check.
I will as well, if you don't mind.
Actually, you know what? Do not roll a perception check. I'm going to use your passive perception.
Mine is 14.
None of you hear that over the sound of the stream. Although, actually, Rirali is listening for the call. So yeah, so Rirali, you rolled 16. All right, so yeah, you hear a yell, a guttural yell from that direction.
All right, I look at the mages and such eating. I look over in the direction of where I saw Archon run off, and I say, "I think it's time to go, boys." And I start making my way over there.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna
I don't
follow
run.
Rirali.
I just make a mostly leisurely pace because I don't want to leave the mages alone.
All right, so if you guys are any of you that are heading in that direction, are not going to get further than this point here.
That's fine. I don't want to get farther than the river.
All right,
Right
so Mikashi, you're up.
Yeah, just hit him again.
Okay. And on a roll, you have to match his AC. Is that right?
That's
Match or
correct.
exceed. Okay, so that hits, and he goes down.
Rip.
All right, so both of them are down, and we are out of combat. What would you like to do?
And check their bodies.
Okay.
Or their inventory.
Let's see.
Is that a walkable path next to the river? Up into the the left? Is that a walkable path next to the waterfall? Or
It appears to be.
Alright, so I'm keeping an eye to the north to see if anything comes down.
All right. So you don't really find anything on them other than their each of them has a scimitar and a short bow.
Short bow, yeah. Figured. At least that's a patrol down. Do I see anything else in the clearing?
No.
stroll back up. And I look over the stream towards the party, and I put my hand up and make a gesture like it's okay, I handled it.
Alright, so you give the party a thumbs up. And I think we're going to end the session there.
You get shot in the back.
I spontaneously combust.
Oh no.
Alright.
Mikashi.
Excellent, guys.